Hello, and thanks for joining us for this brief overview of the Wood Products Display Case developed by the American Wood Council. The American Wood Council has provided over 200 modern wood products display cases and props to local and regional firefighting academies across the United States.
Working with a team led by Chief Ronnie Coleman, retired State Fire Marshal of California, the American Wood Council has developed both training props and literature designed to better firefighter understanding of modern-day building components and practices.
Over the last 50 years, due to environmental limitations and consumer demand, the home building industry has modified its practices and has largely transitioned to modern wood products, which are engineered for a particular application and lighter weight compared to their predecessor products.
These modern wood products have proven to be a more efficient use of our forest resources and construction time, as well as meet the modern consumer need for large open spaces in their homes. Nevertheless, they have raised concerns about how these products will perform when subjected to harsh fire conditions.
Modern structural components sometimes look very different from the traditional dimensional lumber structural components of days past. Solid dimensional lumber, so often used exclusively in yesteryear, is being replaced by I-joists, lightweight truss systems, and structural composite products.
These changes make it very important that firefighters be knowledgeable of modern-day building methods and products. They must be able to recognize the many lightweight structural components in use today and be able to anticipate how those components will perform when exposed to extreme fire conditions.
To aid in helping firefighters meet that demand, the American Wood Council has assembled this training aid to help educate firefighters in recognizing the many building components being used in residential construction today.
The Wood Products Display Case features 20 individual props that allow participants to see, touch, and smell, should that be their desire, the various structural components being used in construction today.
The kit includes examples of paneling products, lumber products, truss systems, I-joists, and adhesives. Becoming familiar with the contents of the Wood Products Display Case will help firefighters identify critical building components while performing building familiarization training. Such efforts will help them identify potential hazards and plan for them before a fire occurs.
Let's now take a few minutes and go over the display case in detail.
The first item we have here is a solid sawn structural member that has been manufactured from a log. The piece we have here is a 2x4 and is most often used in wall construction. Dimension lumber is also commonly cut into 2x6, 2x8, 2x10, and 2x12 sizes and are used as floor joists and roof rafters. This next piece is much like the first, only it is constructed of two shorter pieces of lumber that have been machined with a finger joint and bonded together with adhesives. Such lumber can also be found in wall, floor, and truss applications. Parallel strand lumber, or PSL as you can see here, is a large dimension structural product manufactured from strands of veneered wood. These strands are aligned parallel to the long dimension of the product and are bonded with adhesives which are cured under elevated temperatures and pressure. As you can imagine, this product can carry large loads and is typically used for beams and headers. Next we have a piece of laminated strand lumber, or LSL. It is similar to parallel strand, only it has been manufactured from strands of wood ranging around 12 inches in length that are laminated in line with the dimension of the beam. You'll find these being used for beams, headers, and flange stock for I-joists. Here we have a piece of laminated veneer lumber, or LVL. Unlike previous samples we just looked at, the smaller strands have been replaced by dried wood veneers. LVL can be found engineered to various thicknesses and is often used as headers, beams, girders, studs, and rim boards. We also have a sample of glued laminated timber. This piece is comprised of wood laminations that have been bonded together with adhesives. Individual laminations are typically less than 2 inches in thickness. This product is used in the construction of arches, beams, columns, as well as headers and girder applications. Lastly, we have a sample of OSB Rim Board. The rim board is used to brace the ends of the I-joists and trusses to prevent rotation. They also help to transfer the load from the wall above to the foundation below. Now let's take a look at our panel products.
There are several types of panel in the display case. First, we have a piece of plywood. Plywood is manufactured from thin sheets of cross-laminated veneer and bonded under heat and pressure with heat-cured adhesives. Plywood is most often used as floor, roof, and wall sheathing. Oriented strand board, or OSB, is used for the same purposes as plywood. OSB is manufactured with adhesives and wood strands that are arranged in cross-oriented layers. OSB is frequently used as a sheathing on walls, floors, and roofs. This is particle board. Particle board is a composite panel composed primarily of discrete pieces or particles of cellulosic materials, usually wood. Particle board is typically light brown in color and is used for interior finish applications. This is a sample of medium density fiberboard, or MDF. MDF is a non-structural composite panel which, like particle board, is composed primarily of cellulosic fibers. MDF has a much smoother surface than particle board and is typically used for interior finish applications. This next piece is fiberboard. Fiberboard is a composite panel product typically consisting of cellulosic fibers combined with a synthetic resin or other suitable bonding system and joined together under heat and pressure. This product is very lightweight, has sound absorbing capacity, and is used primarily as wall sheathing. Finally, we have a sample of structural insulated panel, or SIP. SIP generally consists of rigid polystyrene insulation, which is attached and sandwiched between two pieces of OSB. This panel is able to span between roof rafters and can also be used to create exterior walls.
Both the manufactured lumber and panel products we already discussed are used to fabricate wooden truss systems and I-joists. Let's now take a quick look at some samples of trusses and I-joists that are featured in the wood products display case. First, let's take a look at the metal plate connector. This steel plate has 3/8 inch teeth punched out of it. Plates are used to connect wood truss web and cord members. The plates are positioned at the joints and are embedded in the wood fiber using hydraulic presses. Next, we have a metal plate connected parallel cord truss, featuring a top cord that is situated parallel to the bottom cord. We can see how metal plates have been used to connect the web and truss members. Truss configurations like this are frequently used to construct floor and flat roof assemblies. Next, we have a metal plate connected pitched cord truss. This configuration consists of a sloped top cord that supports roof sheathing and bottom cord that supports the ceiling and other loads. Again, metal plates are used to connect web and cord members. Truss systems may also incorporate finger joints like the ones we discussed earlier. Here we have a finger jointed parallel cord truss. Like the previous parallel cord truss, it features a top cord that runs parallel to the bottom cord. The only difference is that the solid sawn lumber found on the first sample has been replaced by shorter wood members that have been married with finger joints and adhesives.
There are two samples of I-joist features in the display case. First, we have an I-joist with a solid wood flange. The I-joist is a structural member used in both floor and roof assemblies. This piece was manufactured using solid sawn lumber for the out flanges and OSB panel, like we discussed earlier, for the inner web. The individual components are joined and bonded together with exterior adhesives. I-joists get their name from their trademark shape, as a crosscut of this product resembles the letter I. We also have a sample of an I-joist with a laminated veneer flange. This joist is constructed just like the first one, only the solid wood flange featured in this first sample has been replaced by top and bottom flanges constructed from laminated veneer lumber. Beyond that, the I-joist is identical to the first, with the two flanges bonded together with adhesives and OSB paneling.
The wood products display case wouldn't be complete if it didn't include a sample of the various adhesives used to fabricate the many samples we just discussed. Adhesives can be broken down into two groups. Group 1 includes adhesives used in the fabrication of structural products like OSB, plywood, laminated timber, I-joists, and other wood products that require structural strength immediately after manufacture and after exposure to moisture. Group 2 includes adhesives for interior non-structural products. These adhesives are generally for indoor non-structural wood products. These products typically display low resistance to heat or moisture and include decorative wall paneling, medium density fiberboard used for furniture and cabinets, interior doors, and more. The last item in the display case is this small prop displaying the different adhesives. Group 1 adhesives include phenol formaldehyde, phenol resorcinol, polymeric MDI, polyurethane, and carpenter's glue, while Group 2 adhesives include urea formaldehyde and hot melt.
Those are all the components that are included in the wood products display case, but more information is readily available to aid in familiarizing members with these various building technologies. Visit www.woodaware.info to gain access to numerous pages and files that can be downloaded and used to support training on the wood products display case.
This website was designed for the specific purpose of educating firefighters on the various engineering methods used in building construction today. Guides offering detailed information on each of the technologies we just discussed can also be easily downloaded and printed. These guides include the Wood Products Guide, the Adhesive Guide, the Fire Performance Guide, the Panels Guide, the Lumber Guide, the Glulam/SCL Guide, I-joist Guides, and the Truss Guide.
The American Wood Council wants to help ensure the safety of firefighters who may need to fight fires involving modern engineered wood. To help accomplish that, they've created the Wood Products Display Case and all the supporting media we just discussed.
The American Wood Council has provided over 200 modern wood products display cases and props to regional and local firefighting academies across the United States.
If you are interested in acquiring a wood products display case to support your fire academy or training program, please contact the American Wood Council. Contact information will appear at the end of this video.
Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. We hope this information proves to be helpful and that it serves to produce firefighters with a much better comprehension of engineered wood products.
Thanks again, and stay safe.